Hi friends, so I am walking on a nature trail, as you can see, and we're in our tree study. So look at all these trees. We've got skinny trees, we've got fat trees, we've got tall trees, we've got short trees. And what am I stepping on the ground? What are these called? They're called leaves, right? And what color are these leaves? They're orange, they're yellow. Here we have some. What color are these leaves? Green leaves. Good job. What else do we see on our nature trail? Who can tell me, what is that? That is a big rock. And the rock is surrounded by, I want to ask you a question. Are these tall trees or short trees? I'm going to give you a minute. Are these big trees or small trees? They're big trees. Good job. Here we have some small plants that are on the side of the trail. And the trail is made up of leaves. There's some rocks here. Who can tell me, when I'm walking on these leaves, are these leaves making a crunchy sound or are they not making a sound at all? So listen. They're making a crunchy sound, right? Because the leaves have fallen off of these trees, or a lot of these trees. And when they fall, the leaves become dead. And so they have a crunch, crunch, crunch sound to them. Crunch. They're a little bit wet right now when I'm walking. But now, towards the end, if I turn my camera this way, does anyone know what that looks like? That looks like the water. And at the end of this, there's water. So give me a minute. All right, so here we have our water, and this water is called a reservoir. Can you say reservoir? Reservoir, good job. So near the water, we have, what am I walking on? Rocks. So some rocks are super big, like these. Some rocks are super small. There's medium rocks. What else do we see? What is this? It's a dead tree, or a tree that fell over. And if I walk over here, I see water, but also, what else do I see? I see trees. And what color are these trees specifically? Let's look at them. What color are on these leaves? There's red, there's green, there's yellow. Oh, we have even more of like a red and a pink. If I keep walking, these are orange leaves, brown leaves, yellow leaves. And then if you look out across the water, you can see a bunch of trees right there. We've got green leaves. A lot of the leaves are starting to turn colors. So a lot of them are orange and yellow and red. And in a few weeks, all of the leaves will go on the ground, like these leaves that we see right here. And then once all of the leaves are off the tree, the tree will look like this, where it's just sticks. And there's no more leaves on these trees, right? But then if I look over here, I've got these leaves, and this whole small bush. What color leaves are these? They're green. So I don't know if these are going to change because they haven't just yet. But they might stay green and they might change colors to red and orange. So what I would like you to do is go outside in your neighborhood or in your front yard or your backyard. And I'd like you to look around and say, what do I notice outside near my trees? You can notice leaves. On the bottom of a tree, we have a trunk, and the trunk of the tree is what keeps the tree standing up. So this is like the trunk of the tree. That's the trunk of the tree, and it's holding up the leaves and the branches and the sticks, right? These are all trunks of trees. And then trees have these roots that go into the ground, and they kind of all over the place on the dirt. And these roots keep a tree healthy, and it has all the nutrients in the trees. So I want you to go outside and see what you can see outside. All right, my friends, I went on another adventure today. Look at all these trees that I saw. Are these big trees or small trees? They're big trees. They go all the way up into the sky, and they have branches and leaves all the way at the top. And this tree, all its leaves fell off and they fell on the ground. I want to ask you, when I step on these leaves, do they make a crunching sound or do they not make a sound at all? Let's listen. Did they make a crunching sound or no sound? Good job. They made a crunching sound. And if I walk over here, we see a fallen tree on the ground. Over here, we have some moss. And moss is super soft to the touch. If I pick at it, there's dirt underneath the moss. And if I flip it over, this is super, super green moss. And this moss was on a rock that's right here. And it was covered by all of these different kinds of leaves. Got one kind of leaf here. We've got another maple leaf over here. And then if I keep walking, there's some moss there. If I keep walking, what do I end up at? What is this? It's a body of water. I'm not going to go down into the water, but what do we see in the water? Those are leaves. Good job. And if I walk back up, this tree looks like a lot of its leaves are falling off and they're going onto the ground. And it is getting a lot colder out right now, so a lot of these leaves are falling off. All right.